Welcome back to the channel. This is Feminine Health and Wellness. This is your girl Dominique. Welcome back to the channel Wellness Warriors. How you guys doing today? We're going to dive into a quick topic. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more health and wellness tips. And our topic today is going to be feminine energy. Feminine energy. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. So, all right, so our topic today is going to be feminine energy. Feminine energy and the power of silence. Sometimes the most powerful thing a woman can say is nothing, ladies. It's nothing. So, when we are tapping into our feminine energy, the most powerful thing is to say it's nothing. Welcome to the channel, Star Seed Awakening. Welcome to the channel. When you embrace your feminine energy, silence become your strength, your peace, and your secret power. So in this video today, we're going to dive into why staying silent isn't weak. It is not weak, it is wisdom, ladies. It is pure wisdom. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more tips. Hit that little bell. Don't forget to comment. And I'm going to do a little church announcement. We are having a sale on the feminine tea today. And just hit the link in my bio and you will see all the teas that I currently have on sale. And if you have any comments or questions, you can always leave a comment in the in the comment area. Okay, so we're going to talk about the essence of feminine energy. What is the essence of feminine energy, ladies? Feminine energy is soft but yet powerful. It is about intuition, nurturing, and emotional intelligence. I know we always throw that word around, but it's all about emotional intelligence and about just being. Feminine energy is just being and not forcing anything. Just being, just existing. It is calm, it is magnetic, and it is graceful. So when you are in your feminine energy, just think of those particular traits, those particular traits that that you will be carrying is just that calmness, that peace, all of that, just that grace that you give. And it is also listening before reacting. Feminine energy is not just being silent, but it's also listening. We have two ears, we listen more and we talk less. Okay, so the listening before reacting, it is attracting and it's instead of chasing. So I know that we live in this new modern society, and a lot of women step outside of their feminine energy when they are chasing. Feminine energy is not chasing. You're not chasing after anything, anyone. You are just being. Anything that is for you will come to you. That is a known fact, depending on your feminine energy. So when you are embodying feminine energy, you are creating a space for others to lean in and listen without you ever saying a word. That is feminine energy. Okay. So when you are silent and sorry about that. Hold on 1 second, guys. Having a little technical difficulty. So So when you're silent, people listen. When you speak less, or you stay into that feminine energy, believe it or not, it's almost like when you are talking to someone, and when you're raising your voice, nobody's really listening to you. You are going back and forth, nobody's really listening. But sometimes when you kind of quiet down and speak in a low monotone voice, people have a tendency to stop and listen, because they have to, come a little closer and hear what you're talking about. So that's what I'm speaking of when I'm talking about feminine energy. It is not loud, it is not boastful, or it is just plain being existing. Okay, so, and it's another part of feminine energy I want to kind of put out there too, ladies. It is the art of staying silent. What does it mean to stay silent? Silent is not about suppressing. It is not about suppressing, guys. So I'm not trying to tell, any of my wellness warriors out here to stay silent, don't say anything, don't defend yourself. I'm not saying that. But it is about self control. When you're able to control yourself, you are in your feminine energy. So if someone, for example, if somebody is saying something out of character that is very disrespectful to you, you're going to stay silent. You're going to, listen to what they're saying, and then you're going to react in a calm, peaceful, way. And so, like I said before, it is not about suppressing what you're feeling or what you're thinking. It is about self control and inner strength. So when you're able to control yourself as a woman, and you are staying in your feminine energy, you will control your emotions, you will control the things that you say, and you will speak in a calm manner. Okay? You'll be speaking in a calm manner. So I know sometimes, people can say things to hurt your feelings and different things like that, ladies, but you have that self control and you have that inner strength where you should be able to stay in your feminine energy and listen without saying anything, just being silent. It protects your energy, believe it or not. It is not seen as being weak, it is a protection of your feminine energy. When you're able to control when yourself, when you're able to control your emotions, it is protecting your energy. You don't have to respond to every opinion. You don't have to respond to everything. You know, you can just say, "Hey, okay, yes," and just kind of listen to what is said. Every insult or every demand does not have to have a response to it. Doesn't have to have a response to it, ladies. So keep silent. Keep your peace. Keep silent and keep your peace. Keep your peace, ladies. So every insult, everything. If you find somebody that is being very disrespectful to you, you don't have to say a word. If you don't have to sit there and let them insult you or anything like that. You can just simply get up, gather your things, and you can walk away. You do not have to sit and let anyone insult you. But however, in order for you to protect your energy, your feminine energy, you must have self-control. Because if you're getting upset, you're getting out of your feminine energy, ladies. When you're getting upset and you're arguing back and forth with someone, that is not feminine energy. That is more so on the masculine side and the masculine energy. Okay. So, it commands respect. Anytime that you are silent and you are in your feminine energy, like I said, people have a tendency to lean in a little bit more and listen to the things that you are saying. When you speak less, your words have more weight. Okay. So when you speak less, let me say it again, when you speak less, your words carry more weight. Okay. People pay attention when you finally choose to speak. Okay. So your words are not being suppressed. It is how you speak, it is how you move in your feminine energy. It connects to you and your intuition. So silence allow you to hear yourself, your thoughts, your heart, your spirit. It's when feminine energy vibes the most. Okay. So let me say that again. Being silent allows you to hear yourself, your thoughts, your heart, and your spirit. That's where feminine energy power thrives the most. Okay. So that's when you're thriving at your highest in your feminine energy. And sometimes, ladies, when you're in your feminine energy and you're walking in your feminine energy, you attract a lot of things, a lot of great things in your energy. You don't have to say a lot. People will come to you, things will come to you. And when you're moving and you're shaking, you're just being. You're just being, and people will start, you know, um, gravitating to you and bringing things to you. So I kind of have like a quick story time. Um, One day, what happens to me several times, I can be, sitting in a restaurant. I go out to eat, and I attract people to my feminine energy, where total strangers have paid for my meals. I did not even know who paid for my meals. I had an incident like that. And then it was people that just kind of walked up to me and say, "Hey, I paid for your meal. Have a great day." They don't want anything. They just come up and they pay for my meal or anything like that. Or sometimes when you're your feminine energy, I also have had people to, sit next to me and kind of stare. They may say, words like, "Oh wow, you have this aura, you have this presence," you know, um, they kind of gravitate to you. So that's when you're in your feminine energy and that you are um, just being and just so. So how to practice it daily? I don't know if it's a practice, but it is being. It is being. So when you are in a situation, just think, stay calm, stay at peace. Don't let anyone kind of scurry you from, being in your feminine energy. So you're gonna pause before responding. Okay, you're gonna pause, and just like I said, silence allow you to hear yourself, your thoughts, your heart, and your spirit. So when you pause before you respond, not every situation needs to have a reaction. Okay? You can listen and you do not have to react, especially if it's somebody that is maybe crossing your boundaries or being disrespectful or insulting in any kind of way. First, you're going to set those boundaries. You're going to set those boundaries very quietly, very detailed. Your silence will speak louder than argument. Okay. So when you are arguing back and forth, and I know sometimes, ladies, that you can get upset, your feelings can be hurt, you can get overly emotional. And sometimes men think that when you're overly emotional, you're argumentative, but you have to learn how to control those emotions because it comes off as an argumentative state, because we are emotional beings. But controlling your emotions is being in your feminine energy. I'm not saying suppress them, ladies. I am saying learning how to control them. Okay. So setting boundaries quietly. Your silence can speak louder than an argument. Like I said, do not argue. Stay in your feminine energy. Okay. So you're going to spend time in stillness, in silence. So this is something that I do all the time, ladies. I do meditate a lot. I sit in silence a lot. I journal. I do not listen to a lot of negativity, negativity via the news or negativity via social media. I know in social media is a lot of negativity out here. I protect my feminine energy. I do not like to be around negative people or negative energy of any sort. So I really, protect my feminine energy in that way. And so like I said, when I'm watching any kind of negativity via news, I I had oh guys, sorry about that. I'm glitching. So I have that empathic energy. Sometimes I can pick up that energy of, you know, um, all of the crimes and the negativity on TV and stuff like that. So the only way that I protect my energy is by not listening to it, not watching it, and that's what works for me. Okay? That is what works for me. So you're gonna, do whatever works for you, but that's what worked for me. Just not watching it, just not inhaling it, digesting it into my energy, into my spirit. I just choose not to. So spending time in stillness, meditation, journaling, and just simply breathing deeply helps you to recharge your feminine essence. Okay, you're going to recharge that feminine essence. You're going to get in a quiet place, ladies. I'm telling you, I understand. You have family, you have a husband, you have kids, you have just the everyday in and out grind of working and everything, but you need. And so this is feminine energy. I know on this particular channel, I've talked about feminine energy before, but this is my first time kind of going in depth about what is feminine energy. How do keep, the power of feminine energy. And this is where I kind of dive into it, guys. And so if you missed this video, you can go back, rewind it, and play it again. So I'm going to kind of recap a little bit on how to stay in your feminine energy. You're going to pause before responding. You're going to set boundaries quietly. You're going to set those boundaries. Not only set those boundaries, guys, you're going to set the boundaries and you're going to keep the boundaries. So for instance, if you say no to something that you know that you're not going to be able to do, that is going to be very stressful for you or overwhelming for you, don't say no today and then tomorrow a person asks you to do the same thing and then you turn around and say yes. You're not setting your boundaries. So that person going to always come back around and ask you to do something that you're not comfortable with. Set those boundaries. Stay with those boundaries. Okay. Spend time in stillness. Spend time in stillness. That is how you recharge your feminine energy. Okay. So I'm not going to hold you guys for long, but so remember, wellness warriors, silence isn't weakness. It is your secret weapon. Okay. When embrace the art of staying silent, you step in your feminine power with confidence, grace, and peace. So if you have enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it to someone who needs to hear this information. Thank you for watching, and this is Feminine Health and Wellness. Bye for now.